Venice is a city in northeastern Italy and the capital of the Veneto region. It is built on a group of 118 small islands that are separated by expanses of open water and by canals. Portions of the city are linked by over 400 bridges. The islands are in the shallow Venetian Lagoon, an enclosed bay lying between the mouths of the Po and the Piave rivers, more exactly between the Brenta and the Sile. In 2020, around 258,685 people resided in Greater Venice or the Comune di Venezia, of whom around 55,000 live in the historical island city of Venice, centro storico, and the rest on the mainland, terraferma. Together with the cities of Padua and Treviso, Venice is included in the Padua-Treviso-Venice Metropolitan Area, PATREVE, which is considered a statistical metropolitan area, with a total population of 2.6 million. In the 21st century, Venice remains a very popular tourist destination, a major cultural center, and has been ranked many times the most beautiful city in the world. The city faces challenges including an excessive number of tourists in the centro storico as well as problems caused by pollution, tide peaks and cruise ships sailing too close to buildings. It has been described by the Times as one of Europe's most romantic cities and by the New York Times as undoubtedly the most beautiful city built by man. Venice's economy has changed throughout history. Although there is little specific information about the earliest years, it is likely that an important source of the city's prosperity was the trade in slaves, captured in Central Europe and sold to North Africa and the Levant. Venice's location at the head of the Adriatic, and directly south of the terminus of the Brenner Pass over the Alps, would have given it a distinct advantage as a middleman in this important trade. In the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, Venice was a major center for commerce and trade, as it controlled a vast sea empire, and became an extremely wealthy European city and a leader in political and economic affairs. From the 11th century until the 15th century, pilgrimages to the Holy Land were offered in Venice. Other ports such as Genoa, Pisa, Marseille, Ancona, and Dubrovnik were hardly able to compete with the well-organized transportation of pilgrims from Venice. Venice is an important destination for tourists who want to see its celebrated art and architecture. The city hosts up to 60,000 tourists per day, 2017 estimate. Estimates of the annual number of tourists vary from 22 million to 30 million. This overtourism creates overcrowding and environmental problems for Venice's ecosystem. By 2017, UNESCO was considering the addition of Venice to its in danger list, which includes historical ruins in war-torn countries. To reduce the number of visitors who are causing irreversible changes in Venice, the agency supports limiting the number of cruise ships as well as implementing a strategy for more sustainable tourism. Tourism has been a major part of the Venetian economy since the 18th century, when Venice, with its beautiful cityscape, uniqueness, and rich musical and artistic cultural heritage, was a stop on the Grand Tour. In the 19th century, Venice became a fashionable center for the rich and famous, who often stayed and dined at luxury establishments such as the Danieli Hotel and the Café Florian, and continued to be a fashionable city into the early 20th century. In the 1980s, the Carnival of Venice was revived, and the city has become a major center of international conferences and festivals, such as the prestigious Venice Biennale and the Venice Film Festival, which attract visitors from all over the world for their theatrical, cultural, cinematic, artistic, and musical productions. Thank you for staying with us for too long. See you next time with some interesting travel story.